everybody, Ventimus Prime here, back again with another rambling review where I ramble and review some figure that I just want to talk about. And today I want to talk about the brand new Maximum Series Deadpool. And I have a lot of thoughts about this figure and the Marvel Legends Maximum line in general. Let me just get this out of the bat. I do like this figure a lot. I don't have any other comic Deadpool, so I don't have anything to compare him to, but I do enjoy this figure. Is it worth the price point? Not really, and that's kind of the big problem when it comes to the Maximum line so far. So let's dive in and let's talk about it. So first up, let's talk about his accessories. He does come with quite a few accessories. Right off the bat, I want to talk about these swords. They're okay. I mean, they're standard puny looking katanas. I mean, they're small. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. Try to get some focus here. But I'm already getting some paint rub on these. And again, for what you would consider that Hasbro is defining as their maximum figure, you know, this is supposed to be the definitive version of this particular character. And, you know, it's disappointing. Why the short swords? You know, I do see creators coming out with their own swords, and I'm probably going to upgrade those. Wade comes with an unmasked head sculpt, partially unmasked head sculpt. Again, detail on this is pretty good. It looks really nice. Although we do see from other Deadpool releases that they've had, you know, an unmasked, fully unmasked head sculpt. Why didn't it come with those? Like, we got his two pistols, we got baby knife, and we have a slew of other weapons. We got this AK-47, which I do think is the best one. The clip is not removable like you would see on a lot of the G.I. Joe classifieds, but you actually have some paint detail on the wrap. You got this gun with, I don't even know if this is like a real gun, but it has a, you know, bipod that's not movable. And then this big cannon, which on mine was very warped. I had to give it a hot water bath for a little bit to try to straighten that out. And again, this doesn't move at all. So, you know, it's the same company, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, you know, they're all under Hasbro umbrella. It would be nice if we could have just gotten some of those awesome G.I. Joe classified weapons. I do have some extra weapons from my G.I. Joe classified collection, so I'm probably gonna let Wade use some of those. But yeah, again, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you hear Maximum, and the way the line was started with Spider-Man, which I thought had great momentum, you know, definitive version of this character, all new molds, all new body, all new articulation. And we're not quite seeing it. And speaking of accessories, I'm going in my fodder box here. Comes with a lot of hands, which is great, and some flash muzzle effects for the guns, which again is great. A stick of dynamite and a chimichanga. Again, things you would consider all representative of a Deadpool. That's all cool and that's all good. But why not more expressive heads? Why not a head sculpt with like one large eye, one small eye, you know, different facial sculpts, things like that. Like that would have been really cool, because then you could have been able to mix and match to get the expression that you want, since it's supposed to be the definitive version of the character. You know, we just don't have that. Now, articulation is pretty interesting because, again, maximum figure, but we don't have a drop down. So that's something else. And also, at least on my copy, the shoulder joints are really tight, so I feel like this can almost pop out if I'm not careful. And I'm not really too tough on my figures, so that's a little bit concerning. The anatomy of and maybe it's just something I'm starting to notice, but just the anatomy of the shoulder muscle, you know, just that shoulder ball and the way the arm goes in, it looks weird. The butterfly joints are really good on my copy. Like, they actually move around quite well, so I'm pretty happy with that. The sheaths on the back of the back and the harness, that is glued in. Can't remove those. So again, it would have been nice if that would have been removable, because then you could have made your own version of Deadpool. Maybe that could have been an idea of, you know, do you want the armored up version like this, or do you want the more minimalized version? Maybe have these pointers, have these shin guards and everything be removable. Same with the back harness and sheath. Similar to how G.I. Joe Classified has Budo, which is a deluxe figure for $15 less retail than this, but it has a lot of different options for customization and armoring up the character. So that would have been cool. But you do get your typical thigh swivel, double jointed elbows and knees. This does have a boot cut, so that's fantastic. Your awesome Hasbro ankle pivot and rocker, and toe articulation, although the toe cut seems weird. But this figure does pose pretty well. Again, it is a Hasbro Legends figure, so unlike Maximum Spider-Man, which did introduce a couple of new points of articulation for a Spidey figure, nothing that we really haven't seen before. It is nice that this is all pinless, but again, it's just one of those things where, you know, you're just thinking like could this not have been even a deluxe figure versus Maximum? Like, what exactly makes this Maximum? And of course, he comes with dupe. I have dupe up in my X-Men display. I think the idea was really cool because I see the Legends team wanted to replicate the original Toy Biz release, which is cool, but Deadpool doesn't match that Deadpool in regards to the look. Like, it's a little bit of a different look, more than 90s look. And then also, again, Maximum, like, why not make dupe Maximum? Give him a little bit more articulation. Maybe include some of the additional weapons from the, you know, SDCC release from a couple of years ago with Hydra Bob. Like, all these molds exist, so why not? You know, you're paying a premium price point, and we're not getting like different materials in the plastics or anything like that. So why not give us all these accessories if we already have molds for them? It's a very similar idea with Maximum Hulk, where we could have gotten, you know, the ground impact and the pipe and the torn shirt, like all that stuff is already molded. Why not just give it to us for that $60 price point? So again, you know, really more of a rambling review. It may sound like I'm down on this figure. I am not. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. I guess I am just confused, like a lot of figure collectors, on what the point of the Maximum line is. I'm really curious what's going to be revealed at London Comic-Con this weekend, especially if they're going to talk about like what's coming next for the Maximum line. I know Displaying Model Behavior is doing an interview with Dwight. Hopefully we see that they've taken some of the feedback about Maximum Series Hulk, because especially in this economic climate, people want to see the value coming from your collectibles. Like, it's not just about the money that's being spent. It's also about, you know, what are we getting? And if it's the same plastic quality, the same typical accessories with the same level of paint, but just everything is more expensive, then I think it's a legitimate discussion of, well, why buy this when I can save my money up and buy a really high quality import? We'll see. We'll see. But I do like this figure. I've taken some awesome photos that I'll include at the end of this rambling review that I've got with Spider-Man and some other figures, and I really do like it. Happy to have a Deadpool in my collection. I don't feel the need now to get like the Mafex Deadpool or anything like this. Will be my comic book Deadpool in my collection. And I hope if the Maximum line does continue, that we'll see something like a Maximum Daredevil in the future. There's a lot of rumors that the next one, or one of the ones slated for next year, is a Maximum Thor, which is desperately needed. The Thor body buck is old, doesn't have a lot of articulation. The cape is too heavy. Hasbro, please, it's time for bendy wire, soft goods on these capes. Look at what Jada's doing. It will revolutionize the line. Like, a lot of figures are going to be made so much better with bendy wire capes. But that's all I got for today. Stay tuned for some toy photography at the end. And everybody, please enjoy the hobby. I know times out here right now are pretty interesting. Keep collecting. Collect the things that you enjoy, and collect the things that bring you peace and happiness. Take care, all. Peace out.